Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so we we started with the prologue, and yesterday we read 2-3 pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. The pastime where our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a child was eating clay, mitti, and Shachimata had given him some sweets, some shandesh, sweet meats. But he did not eat that. He started eating clay. And Shachimata said, "Why are you eating clay?" And then Nimai says that this sweet meat, the sandesh, is also coming from clay. So why not eat clay directly instead of transforming the form into a different, into sandesh and then eat it. So Sachi Mata was the wife of Jagannath Mishra, who was also a pandit, a great pandit in shastras, in scriptures. And so she very nicely explains Nimai that although some of the food may be coming from that soil, from earth, but certain things are palatable that can be eaten, and certain things are not palatable. So with that, Nimai says, "Okay, I accept my mistake." So then he rejects the clay and then he starts eating the sweet meat. Then another pastime of Mahaprabhu was of the Brahman who was visiting, uh, who was a guest at Jagannath Mishra's house, and how Nimai showered his greatest benediction upon this Brahman. It was the most wonderful pastime. Now today we'll read ahead. It has also been stated that two thieves stole away the lad from his father's door with a view to purloin his jewels and gave him sweetmeats on the way. So when Nimai was very young, Sachimata would dress him up very nicely and put a lot of jewelries, nice earrings and nice uh, necklaces, some bangles in the hand. And these two thieves, they saw this child wearing so many nice jewelry, and they thought, okay, let us kidnap this child. We'll take him. We'll take away all the jewelries. So what they did is they took the child, and then they started going, and in between they also gave some mithai, some sweetmeats to Nimai. Now the lad exercised his illusory energy, Maya, the illusion, on these two thieves, and the two thieves were deceived. And what happened was they went round and round and round and round, and finally they were so tired, and they are thinking that we are walking for such a long time, but our house where the thieves were staying, that house is not coming. Only they're just going round and round, because Nimai had exercised his illusory energy, Maya, Shakti on them. So they were completely bewildered. And finally, after going for such a long time, round and round and round, they again came back to the house of Jagannath Mishra, that is Nimai's house only. And the moment the thieves saw that, oh, they are back to Nimai's house, they got so scared that if the parents and if the people around, they see that, we are the ones who took the child away, then they are going to kill us. They will beat us with sticks and they will kill us. So the thieves, for fear of detection, left the boy there and they fled. Immediately they left Nimai in his house, and they left from there. They fled from there. So this is another pastime of Mahaprabhu, his childhood pastime. Another miraculous act has been described of the lads demanding and getting from Hiranya and Jagadish all the offerings they had collected for worshipping Krishna on the day of Ekadashi. So now this is another pastime of Mahaprabhu, that now Hiranya and Jagadish, they were very good close friends with Jagannath Mishra. Jagannath Mishra is the father of Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit. Now, on Ekadashi, uh, they were not having anything, so they were fasting because it was Ekadashi, and Sachi Mata had cooked Ekadashi prasadam for Nimai. But now Hiranya and Jagadish, they were living on the other side of the town. It is not that they were staying very close to Jagannath Mishra's house, so they were staying a little away. But Nimai Pandit, who was at home only, he since he is the Supreme Lord and he is the Super Soul also. Now, Hiranya and Jagadish, they had a desire that they wanted to worship Krishna on Ekadashi day with opulent offerings, opulent bhoga. So they had cooked all rice and various items, which are not Ekadashi items. And Nimai Pandit, who was in his own house, he being the super soul in everyone's heart and being the supreme lord, he understood their intention, that out of love they want to offer this to Krishna. And therefore Nimai Pandit, who was just a little child, suddenly he started demanding. He became, we say, zid. He started doing this um, demand that take me to Hiranya and Jagdish's house. I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to eat all the offerings that they have cooked. Now, Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra, the parents are thinking that this little child, how does he know what they have cooked in their house? And suddenly, what happened to him? Suddenly, he is demanding such a thing. So, anyhow, his father, Nimai Pandit's father, he took him to Hiranya and um, Jagadish's house. And there, actually, Jagannath Mishra was so surprised to see that they had really cooked opulent bhoga and for offering Krishna, for worshipping Krishna. And he was very surprised with this thing. And as soon as Jagannath Mishra, as soon as he told these two brothers about this incident, that how Nimai Pandit was demanding and um, was hellbound, that take me to their place. Immediately they understood that this child is no ordinary child, and therefore they offered everything that they cooked for Krishna with love. They offered to Nimai Pandit, and our Nimai, he had it with lot of affection and love. When only 4 years of age, he sat on rejected cooking pots which were considered unholy by his mother. He explained to his mother that there was no question of holiness and unholiness as regards earthen pots thrown away after the cooking was over. These anecdotes relate to his tender age up to the 5th year. So this is also, he demanded that these earthen pots, they are always pure because they are earthen pots. So why are these pots being thrown away? And his mother was explaining that these pots are used pots, already cooked. Once it has been cooked in the pot, it becomes unholy, or it cannot be used again. They are contaminated, so they are thrown away. So these are some of the pastimes of our Nimai Pandits, our Mahaprabhu. In the 8th year, he was admitted into the Tola school of Gangadas Pandit in Ganganagar, close by the village of Mayapur. In 2 years, he became well read in Sanskrit grammar and rhetoric. His readings after that were of the nature of self-study in his own house, where he had found all the important books belonging to his father, who was a Pandit himself. It appears that he read the Smriti in his own study, and the Nyaya also. Nyaya means the laws, books of law. And in competition with his friends who were then studying under the celebrated Pandit Raghunath Shiromani. So Nimai Pandit, he studied for some time, he studied under Gangadas Pandit in his school, which is in Ganga Nagar in Mayapur. And in 2 years, he became an expert in Sanskrit, and he became expert in various other subjects. Now, and he used to study by himself at home only, because his own father, Jagannath Mishra, he was himself a Pandit, and he had books of all the various subjects. So all the books were already there in his place, and he studied these books. Um, and it appears that he read the Smriti in his own study. Uh, so this is probably speaking of Smriti Shastra, the scripture, Smriti Shastra, in his own study, and Nyaya also, which is Niti Shastra, in competition with his friends. Now, his friends were studying under another very scholar or Pandit by the name Pandit Raghunath Shiromani. Now, after his 10th year, means when he was 10 years old or more than 10 years old, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became a passable scholar in grammar, rhetoric, the Smriti, and Nyaya. It was after this that his elder brother Vishwarup left his house and accepted the ashram of sannyasi. So he has his elder brother Vishwarup, and our Nimai Pandit was named Vishwambar. So Vishwarup, when Mahaprabhu was a little above 10 years, his elder brother Vishwarup, he left his house and he became a sannyasi, never to come back again to his house. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although he was a very young boy, consoled his parents, saying that he would serve them with a view to please God. Now Mahaprabhu at that time was only maybe 11 or something. But when his elder brother left home, his parents were crying and crying, and they were feeling devastated that their young son, who was not too too older than Mahaprabhu. If Mahaprabhu was about a little above 10, Vishwarup was maybe a few years older than Mahaprabhu, and he left his home at that time. So the parents were completely, so sad and crying. At that time, Mahaprabhu, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although he was so young, but he consoled his parents, saying that I will try to serve both of you, in order, we say, right, for the pleasure of Sri Guru and Gauranga. So Mahaprabhu also said in the same way that for the pleasure of God, I will try to serve both of you as my parents. Just after that, his father left this world. So Jagannath Mishra, he left this world um, after some after some time of this incident. And his mother was exceedingly sorry, and Mahaprabhu, with his usual contented appearance, consoled his widowed mother. So when Jagannath Mishra, when father also left the world, so Sachi Mata was completely devastated, broken, because elder son has left home. Uh, the younger son is very young. Father is no more. So Sachi Mata was very, very heartbroken. And at that time, Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Lord, and Supreme Lord is always Atmaram. There is nothing that, he's always Satchidananda Vigraha. Nothing can really ever trouble him. So Mahaprabhu, with his usual contented appearance, always very, very blissful, he consoled his widowed mother. So with that, we'll stop here for today. And tomorrow, we'll see what happens next Krishna willing. So thank you so much, devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रीला जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय. श्रीला भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रीला प्रभु जय. Jai Gaur Premanande. Please unmute and loudly.
Hari Hari
Hari Hari
Bol.
Bol. Thank you
Very
so
well,
much.
very well.